All right, I was in the library looking for A Brave New World, and I found this instead. Aldous Huxley and Christopher Isherwood and Jacob's Hand. Why not? Because I'm trying to read classics, but you know what? Maybe I'll just read other books by the people who wrote classics. So that might be a way to go. Part one. This time, I'm sorry, is around 1920. The place a small ranch also in the Mojave Desert, but situated on the flatland, a few miles distant from the mountains. There was a two-story frame house shaded by cottonwood trees, together with barns, cowshed, chicken house, and further away a one-room cabin for the hired man. The owner of the ranch is a Professor Carter, a man of about 50, tall but stooping, narrow-chested, and very thin. Chronic asthma forced him a few years back to give up his post in a Middle Western college and settle here in the desert. He is a tense, nervous man, pathologically touchy and cantankerous, fond of bewailing the decadence of the modern world, of denouncing the younger generation for its lack of idealism and public spirit. He is blind to the fact of his own enormous selfishness. He is one of those invalids. Invalid. He is one of those invalids who make use of their real or imagined sufferings to get their own way. Miss Carter has been dead for some years, and it is the professor's sister, Miss Annie Carter, who keeps his house for him. A year or two older than her brother, she is wiry and active, a domineering old maid with an almost maniacal passion for order and cleanliness, which for her is next to godliness, but far above it, or not next to godliness, but far above it. The professor has only one child, a daughter. Sharon Carter is now 19, very pretty and vivacious, but so badly crippled by an attack of infantile paralysis during childhood that she can walk only with crutches. She lives with her father in a state of latent rebelliousness, resenting the fact that they treat her as a rather tiresome child, and longing to escape into a world which her fancy has painted in the most romantic colors. At 30, Jacob is a mature, fine looking man, powerfully muscular. But beneath this formidable physique is a withdrawal and aggressive spirit, moody, taciturn, shy, especially with women, and thoroughly at home only with animals, for which he has a deep understanding and tenderness. It seems that his experiences during the war from which he has returned, shell shocked and wounded, have somehow isolated him from the world of men. He is standing beside a mailbox at the intersection of two dirt roads in the midst of the desert. His horse nibbles at a bush nearby. A wooden arrow on which the words Carter Ranch are roughly dabbed uh, and attached to the post of the mailbox and points up one of the roads. He takes a bunch of letters from the box and stuffs them into his pocket. Then he remounts his horse and rides back toward the ranch. Imagine get your mail. You have to ride horse to get your mail. It is a good mile from the mailbox to the Carter's ranch. As Jacob approaches it, trotting along the dusty trail, he sees Sharon Carter standing beside the gate. His face lights up with shy pleasure. We can see at once that he worships her, but from a respectful distance. She altogether wonderful, far above him, he scarcely regards her as a human being. And sometimes we forget what life was like or what life can be like on a ranch. But 1920s, could you imagine just horse and buggy? Um, there would be less pollution in the air, but there would be more horse manure everywhere. So I guess if you were cleaning up horse manure, you probably would sell it back to farmers because I would think that that could be good fertilizer, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that's Jacob's Hand. We'll continue to read some more from it. And until next time, take care of yourself and be safe.